Hi, Capricorns, how's it going? Vibrant Empress here. How are you doing? Hope everybody is well. I am going to be getting into your June 2020 reading. Okay, so let's find out what's going on for you. Let's get into the energy. From December the 22nd to January 20th. Let's see what's going on with you guys. With the Capricorns. And just to let you know that these messages are very general and they will not resonate with everyone. If it doesn't, then please check your sun, moon, and rising signs. And yeah, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, so let's find out what the energy is. Okay, so the first card that comes out is Daughter Value. So it lets me know that your focus has been on money, finances. Maybe you're worried that you haven't got enough. But this is letting me know that there's going to be some money coming in for you, Capricorns. Okay, we've got Daughter Value. And can you see all that money coming in through that door? So whether you've been feeling that money has just been coming away, like the floodgates have opened, all your money is just being dwindled, money will be restored. This will be coming in. For some of you, this is money that you haven't earned. This is money that could be gifted to you. It also could be money that you're owed. This could be a tax return. Yeah, I'm hearing gift as well. And also, yeah, this could even be some winnings. For some of you, you're doing them scratch cards. Yeah, for some of you, this is winnings. So there seems to be a lot of energy around finances, or for some of you feeling like there's a lack thereof. But just to let you know that if that has been the case, your finances will turn around, especially if you start really looking at a lot in money, putting everything in its place, what's to be saved, what needs to be spent, what bills need to be paid, to prioritize, then you'll be in good stead, and especially if we're going to get some money that you weren't expecting, which is brilliant. We always love that. And then we have anxiety. So it's just letting me know that for some of you, like I said, going back to the Daughter Value energy, for some of you, this is nervousness around money. For some of you, this is money that has been inherited and you're unsure of what to do with it, whether or not you truly deserve this amount of money. For some of you, this is anxiety around money that is being asked of you, and you're worried about how you're going to be able to pay this particular debt or bill off, yeah, sometimes, or maybe there's some nervousness around asking for money, and maybe you may not even need to ask anyone for money, but then if there is somebody you have around you who is able to support you until you are in a more financial standing, then this is a good time because we have Daughter Value. Okay, so this lets me know that financial matters will become more easier. There'll be no worrying about lack, and probably this would be a very lucky time to probably do ask for the support, because Daughter Value is here, so the floodgates are opening for your support here. Okay, so just to go into a bit more about what's going on with this Daughter Value for you guys. Okay, so I'm going to go into the traditional tarot now. Okay. So for some of you are having to pay out more than you had anticipated. For some of you, this is worrying whether or not you have put enough aside for a rainy day. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Okay. See, and you have the Emperor. Okay, so this is letting me know that this is to clarify the daughter value. So this is letting me know that you're in need of making sure that you are being focused, that you are not splurging. The Emperor is somebody who's very focused, knows what they want, how they want to do it, how it's going to benefit themselves and the wider community, their family. So this is to let you know that if you haven't been very focused on saving or on being organized with, like I was saying before, with the energy of the daughter value, I was saying there might be a need to prioritize and to put things in its place. This is just to say again that this would be the best energy for you to be in. Focus on your finances, focus on putting things in order, getting organized, okay? My lovely Capricorns. And we also have the Queen of Swords. When the Queen of Swords is here, it lets me know that there is something that needs to be cut off. So this could be maybe you have a luxury item or a luxury payment scheme that you've got going for something that you may not necessarily need. Maybe this is the time to cut off the things that you don't need, maybe reduce your spending, cut out or cut down on drinking and smoking, other recreational habits, because this is about cutting away at things. The Queen of Swords is about cutting away things that do not serve. So this is people, places, and things that do not serve you. So whatever it is that you might be doing in excess, you're being told to cut away at some things, and this will support your this will support the energy of the daughter value. Okay, so let's find out what's going on with this anxiety. So we know that there's definitely anxiety around money, what is being owed, whether you're going to be given what you are owed. For some of you, this is anxiety around money that you owe somebody or a department. Okay, we have Seven of Cups. So the anxiety is around confusion. For some, this could be read as confusion. There's so many different things going on in this particular card. You've got Seven of Cups. Yeah, and the Seven of Cups talks about opportunity. So this could be, maybe you are presented with many different ways of doing, handling a situation, going for your dreams, going for, this could even just be how you balance out your day-to-day life and how you balance your work life and home balance, and things of that nature. So I think there is a little confusion. So I think the anxiety is around what route to take. There are so many different options. And for some of you, there's too much going on. You have too much on your plate. For you, for some of you, there's too much going on. I have to handle my home. I have to handle my career. I have to handle my personal life. I have to handle, my finances. The list goes on. And this is, for some of you, this is like feeling like there's too much going on. And for some of you, you have many opportunities, especially for business, partnering up, collaborations. And maybe there's an angst around what route to take. What is the best option for the Capricorn? Okay, and look at this now. Okay, and for some of you, there is an anxiety around the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups is about family gatherings coming together. This is celebrations. So for some of you, this could be nervousness around meeting up with family. So this could be, especially as we're going through this pandemic. For some people, there is a real anxiety around meeting with family and friends. Where we are in London, we've been told that we can meet up with more than just one other person, so it was only 2 people. Now it's up to 6 people, and it should only be limited to just 2 different households coming together. So for some people, I think there is an angst around even meeting up at all. I think that's probably where a lot of anxiety is coming up, whether to go out and meet these people, whether or not you want to socialize. For some of you, you know, are wanting to be in the more of a hermit energy, I'm feeling, where you're quite happy to self-quarantine, self-isolate, and not be around in and around families. And for some of you, there is an anxiety around possibly a third party situation, or a situation where there's some type of conflict or there's a sharing of energy. So this could be someone who you're closely connected to being closely connected with somebody else. So take that as it resonates. And also we have the 9 of Wands. So the 9 of Wands talks about almost coming to the end of a real arduous task. This is something that has been very difficult. So this could go back to the anxieties around money. So maybe there was a real struggle in this time. And for many people, they're struggling with the anxieties around this pandemic, and also how to navigate through life now that things are not the same as they have been, you know, previously. So yeah, I think there's a real energy around anxiety. And for some of you, this anxiety is definitely directly related to finances, meeting up with people, especially family and friends. Especially, it feels almost like maybe you may have quite a few people wanting maybe to meet up with you, and you are not wanting to meet up, maybe because of nerves and anxiety around this pandemic. And for some of you, it's just that you don't wish to merge your energies with other people at this time, because as far as you're concerned, or for some of you, you've got more than enough to deal with, especially with the financial constraints and the worries that's going on around that. But rest assured, we have daughter value, which is letting me know that your financial situation will have a turning point. There will be money coming in for you. You'll be in a more better standing to invest. And this will be a great time to invest. Do your research, find out what's going on, where's good to put your money right now, and invest in yourself. And this is if this is about resources to better yourself, then always invest in yourself. What better investment is there than to invest in yourself and your future? Okay, so that's the general energy. Let's get into the love reading. Let's find out what's going on with Capricorns and love. Okay, so Most High, ancestors, divine light. What is going on for our lovely Capricorns in love? Let's find out, shall we? And for some of you, this is anxiety around even committing to somebody. I'm feeling for some people, they would prefer not to be in any relationship. There's an angst around how much you would be required to give energetically as well as physically. And for some of you, it just feels too much, especially within this time where everyone is quarantining and dealing with themselves. So for some of you, this is anxiety around your mood and how you feel and how you've been managing this time. Okay, so let's find out what's going on in love for the Capricorns. Let's find out. Very calm energy. I don't feel any. What's going on, Capricorns? Are you not digging love right now? Right, for some of you, there's a need for heart-to-heart conversation. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So for some of you, there's a need to have a heart-to-heart conversation with that significant other. And maybe it's mainly around sort of letting somebody in and letting them understand your anxieties, what's going on, you know, why you are having this angst, or having, you know, maybe there's an angst, like I was saying about maybe possibly the third party situation. Maybe there's an angst around having that particular conversation. But to get the truth, there is some clarity there, and then let the healing begin from there. Okay, so take that as it resonates. So the next card we have is love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Okay, so love yourself first. So you're being asked to spend some time loving on yourself. So maybe that's why I felt the energy of, oh, you're not into love at the moment. I think for some of you, this is directly linked to the fact that you have so much on your plate. There's so much going on. You have the Seven of Cups. You've got more than enough things going on to deal with anybody else's issues, or to have to consider somebody else. So for some of you, yeah, I'm hearing I don't have the energy to compromise. For some of you, this is an issue around compromise and not wanting to compromise, especially if you don't feel like the person is worthy of the position that you have to take. Okay, and that's for some of you. Okay, and then we have playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So for some of you, maybe the fact that you have been dealing with yourself and not been in a state of in a romantic energy, you've been more in a self-love and wanting to look after yourself. Maybe you've gotten a bit serious. So for some of you, you've been a bit too serious, and you're being asked to be a bit more playful, and let your light-hearted fun side show. And this will allow your romantic connections to blossom, because this is where people get to see other sides of you. If you're so serious all the time, you're not able to let people in. So be a bit more playful, enjoy yourselves, or full enjoy yourselves. So yeah, so that's for some of you. And then we have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So for some of you, you know what effort needs to be made. You know where there's shortcomings. You know that your significant other may need more communication, where we have heart-to-heart conversation here. Make the effort. You know, let your significant other and the people around you, because obviously you know that this is a love reading, but this is universal. This could be family as well as romantic. Okay, but make the effort. Show those around you how much you really do care about them. Don't leave it until something bad happens for you to profess how you feel about people, or to thank them for helping you or being a support system for you in times of need, or whatever the case may be. Just take it as it resonates. But definitely for some of you, there's a need to make the effort. Okay, and then we have flirt. So it says, extend your light-hearted energy to others. So for some of you, I think this is pertaining to going back to the, like I was saying about that very serious energy. For some of you, it's about, you know, dating apps. It's about going on forums that discuss the things that you like. If you're a music lover, Go on a forum where there's a chat room to discuss music, music history, the changes, genres. There are people that you're likely to connect with. If you're into art, then you start circulating the forums that are for art lovers, galleries, things like that. Start trying to think about the types of things that you enjoy and extend your light-hearted energy with others. Obviously, we are in quarantine, so we're not able to see anybody, but there's so much going on the net. Start thinking about the things that you enjoy, the things that you'd like to discuss with people. There's a lot of political conversation happening, controversial things. There's so many different things we could be discussing, with each other, and especially, it says flirt. So enjoy, meeting other people, extending your light-hearted energy, showing people who you are, your witty, fun side. Also show the fact that you are a serious person, and that you don't like to play games, because Capricorns don't like to play games. But yes, and then we have, last but not least, release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So for some of you, the reason why you have not been interested in matters of the heart is because you haven't released your ex. This person, for some of you, this has been a very long-standing relationship, and the bonds that you have built together is very strong. However, for some of you, it's very, very destructive. They do not bring out the best in you, and at times you don't feel supported. So you're being told to cut that particular energetic cord from that person. You can do things like write a letter to that person. You don't need to send it to them, and you burn it, severing that tie. There are energy meditations that you can do to help clear energy, release negative blockages. And those negative blockages are people, places, and things, and they take up hold in our physical being. So for some of you, you'll experience backache, tummy aches, and you're not quite understanding why your knees are giving you problems. For some of you, you're holding your tensions in your back, your knees, and in your stomach. So you're being asked to release those negative energies with people, places, and things. And definitely for some of you, this ex definitely causes a lot of rift in your energetic field. Okay, so with that in mind, for some of you needing to have that heart-to-heart conversation with that significant other, for some of you, you're in a space where you're needing to love yourself first. You are putting yourself first. You are loving on yourself. You are not interested in any relationships. For some of you, you are being asked to be a bit more playful. For some of you are being quite serious. For some of you, there is a need to make the effort. Okay, don't just wait for things to come to you or for situations to manifest. Put in the effort, make the first move. Okay, for some of you, it's about getting on and be a bit more flirty and showing your more witty and playful side. And for some of you, which I feel like this is mainly, I feel like is the main energy, which is to release your ex. For some of you, your energy is being drained, and you're not understanding why you're drained. Is because you're still connected to this person with their low vibrational state. And where you start to feel great, you keep getting yourself back with these old energies, these old people who are not serving the new person who you are becoming in this time, the person you have become since not being around this person. So obviously it says ex, so it lets us know that this is someone from your past who was, directly linked with you and very close with you at one stage, but there's a need to clear your energy. So I'm getting into, this is the zodiac this is out of this deck called the Zodiac deck. It's called the Zodiac deck. So this is just cards with some signs on it. They are Sun, Moon, and Eclipse cards with the Zodiac. So this will just let me know what are the star signs of the people potentially coming in for you to be playful with, or possibly the star sign of the ex that you need to release. And also for those who are in relationships where there's a need to have a heart-to-heart conversation around anxieties. Maybe you need to have a conversation around your anxieties, around your finances. Maybe your significant other isn't the greatest help at this time, or they are the direct reason why there is no, or where there is a lack of financial freedom. Okay, so the energies that have come out for those coming towards you or already in your energetic space, this is significant energy coming in or here already. Okay, so the first one that came out was Moon in Taurus, self-esteem, personal growth. So when we have the Taurus card, and this is the Moon in Taurus. So the moon cards represent emotions. So for some of you, this Taurus energy, maybe this person is working on themselves, they're working on their own self-esteem, and they are growing personally as they are growing, they're personally growing. They are having a time where they're expanding and they're stretching. And maybe this is where you make the effort for some of you. Maybe this is where you make the effort to make sure that while you have somebody around you who is healing themselves, that you are taking opportunity to heal and to become a whole person as well, so that when you eventually come back together, that you're coming as two whole people, so that there's less confusion and anxiety around what people may want from you, expectations and things of that nature. Okay, and also if this person is already confident and they're not dealing with their self-esteem issues, this person will come in and they will help you on this journey. They're actually here to support that. So for some of you, they're coming to support, just reminding you how lovely and wonderful you are, and that, that you're to remind yourself, to remind you how beautiful or handsome you are, or how much qualities that you have that they admire in you, so that you can start looking at yourself a bit more. And like we have here, love yourself first. This will help you to develop more of a stable self-image. There'll be less negative chatter. You would want more for yourself. There'll be more motivation. You'll feel more happier to be around more jovial people, because sometimes it's quite difficult when you're not feeling up to par and you're around people who are just happy-go-lucky and excitable, and you just don't feel that way. So you may have somebody who comes in to make, energizes you, re-energizes your love for self. Although we know that self-love starts with number one, but there are also people along our path who can help us to develop that. So definitely look out for the Taurus. And if you already know who that Taurus is, they definitely got something to share with you. Okay, and then we also have Eclipse in Sagittarius, growth, success after a setback. So it seems for some of you there has been a setback, and like I was saying to you about around the daughter value energy, where I was saying for some of you there's an angst around not having the anxiety around finances and your stability. And then we have Eclipse in Sagittarius, growth. So then again, we've got growth again. So there is definitely a a energy of expansion here. You're moving from one state of being to another. And that's beautiful because eclipse is a turning point. When we have eclipse, so a card, eclipse in Sagittarius, when you get the eclipse card, it means that there's a turning point. Something's about to change. So if you haven't been vibrating on a positive level, or because of a setback you have been quite low vibrational and you haven't found anything to lift your spirits, maybe this Sagittarius energy or this Sagittarius person shows you there's success in even your failure because you learned something. Maybe not everything that led up to the setback was a wrong move. It's just about how to maneuver differently, learning the wisdom that you learned from that situation so that you don't find yourself in that same position again. Okay, so look out for that Sagittarius. They will definitely be here to help you with your growth. Do not, or try not to stifle your own growth by not allowing others to help you. Don't be so stubborn, okay? Allow for your family to support you and your friends, and especially if these are new romantic lovers, definitely allow their wisdom of growth to help you develop as well, because they've obviously gone through some stuff and they've obviously had some setbacks, but they've bounced back. And maybe that's what you're being shown, that you're able to bounce back from setbacks. Okay, so there is success coming, and we know that there's daughter value, so there's money coming in, but there's definitely a need to be mindful about your spending. Okay, and then we have Sun in Taurus. So so the Sun cards are directly linked to how a person's presenting. So this says Sun in Taurus, practicalities, boost self-worth and finances. Look at that. So here we are again. So practicalities. So this is going back to things that you can do physically to make things better for you. So like I was saying again, it goes back to like I was saying about being organized, like the Emperor. Being organized, focus, setting priorities, making sure you have everything in good stead, that you are practical in the fact that you can let go of, cut out things that are not serving you, and especially if these are things that are hindering your finances, because we've got boost self-worth and finances. So maybe some of what you're abusing or maybe overspending, or things that you're not cutting out, negative thoughts, negative behaviors that need to be cut off. Maybe that this is the blockage to your self-worth. Maybe this is the reason why there is an abuse of the money, substances, negative thoughts, etc., because there's a need to boost self-worth. And we did say over here we have where's that card? Yeah, love yourself first. Yeah. Okay, so this is practicalities. These are things that you can do to support your own well-being. Once you have your things in order and you're focused and you are organized and you have a plan of action, then you start to feel better. You are more motivated to do things that are outside of your usual remit. So do shake things up. Do continue on your healing and your growth. Do cut out the negative behaviors, thought patterns, and people who you have in your energy field, especially old people, because we have released the X. So do release the old patterns. Do release the old patterns that you've previously displayed with certain people, because you know that the energy is not supporting your newfound energy, the new person who you're trying to become. Okay, so the last energy we have is Sun in Sagittarius, adventure. Okay, good. Stride out stride out into new territory. See, now you're being told to stride out into new territory. Okay, adventure. So this is doing things outside of what you usually do. So get organized, prioritize what you want, focus, cut out those people, places, and things, thought patterns, old negative beliefs, perceptions that are not supporting you. Get rid of that, and let's start thinking about what fun stuff we have to look forward to, especially now that slowly but surely we are restrictions are being lifted. There's going to be so much adventure, and there is adventure in discovering more about yourself, you know, that real introspection, discovery. Start, you know, really looking at yourself. Let's examine, let's heal in this time while we're able to, where we are not obligated to be around other people. Okay, and there's huge adventures coming in, and then you may have somebody who is quite adventurous, this other Sagittarius. We've got Sun in Sagittarius now, we had Eclipse in Sagittarius, Sun in Sagittarius. So yeah, you're gonna have someone who's presented as quite adventurous. So yeah, okay, Capricorns, I see. So we have some fire signs. We have fire and earth signs here, because we have Sagittarius and Scorpio. So, I mean Sagittarius and Scorpio, Sagittarius and Taurus, excuse me. So we have fire signs, fire sign energy, and we also have earth energy. So definitely take it as it resonates. So let's get into the energies that are supporting you, Capricorn. What are the energies that are supporting this reading for my lovely Capricorns? Oh, jeez. Okay. So we have, look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. So we've got Sagittarius again, so more of that fire energy. So you're being asked to look at the bigger picture. Okay. So you've been asked to step back, look at the bigger picture. What is going on? What do you do? What do you need to release? What do you need to cut? What do you need to cut away? What needs to go? Okay, and this is about being direct, cutting things, people, placing things that are not serving. So look at the bigger picture. What could be left behind? The fact that there's no need to be anxious about your finances or what's going to happen with the, you know, within society and the state of the world, knowing that we have protection through the divine, and that we just need to meditate on that and to be thankful and to continue to be grateful for what we have and the people who we have at this time, and to understand that things happen for our greater good. So although there's a lot of anxiety and stress in the world, this has been a great time of awakening, a time for people to go into themselves, learn more, relax, find things that they really enjoy. There's been people up and leaving jobs that they've been in for years, realizing that they're just not happy. And now that they've had time to slow down and really look at what they've been doing, they've realized that they haven't been really fulfilling their true life's purpose. Okay, so we have also step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Look at that. Step out of your comfort zone. And remember what I was saying about that adventure, that Sun in Sagittarius. There's going to be a need to do things outside of what you usually do. Stepping out of your comfort zone will be supported, will definitely, doing that will support you moving forward, especially when it comes to this daughter value. Because maybe you're going to need to do something differently when it comes to investing, or when it comes to buying property, being confident to learn the stock markets, trading. you know, things of that nature. You're going to have to step out of your comfort zone to see the bigger picture as well, so that you have the full access to all that divine has to offer us, so that we knock off and cut off, get rid of all what is not serving, so that it makes room for all the great things that divine has in store for us, all of that adventure, the growth, the expansion, that shmoney that's coming in, okay? That playful energy, those people who have been put around you to support you on your journey. And then we have meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. And then now we have water energy, Pisces. Okay, meditate and contemplate. So that's meditating on where you've come, where you're wanting to go, contemplating the moves that you have made, the moves that you will make. Yeah, this is listening to meditation music. This is deep breathing. This is silence. This is getting yourself into a space where you can just be. Okay, so let's go into love activation, and this will let me know what will Capricorns be, and what is all this going on? What will Capricorns be learning through this time, with all this uncertainty, with money, anxiety around organization, new opportunities, this frustration, this confusion, especially around meeting up with people and, you know, having to exchange energies. Okay, so the 2 cards is action. So what will be going on for you? Action. You have the courage to express the unique, loving colors of your soul. So through dealing with your anxiety, healing, growing and expanding, allowing the people who have been placed around you, your family, your friends, your lovers, partners, etc. You're going to start being able to take action on showing who you really are. You are not going to be worried. See, it says you have the courage to express your unique, loving colors of your soul. So you're not going to be holding back, because you're going to realize that there's no need, because you're going to be stepping out of your comfort zone. Yeah. Looking at the bigger picture, meditating and contemplating your next moves, stepping out into adventure. Yeah, not only that, yes, you're going to take care of your practicalities, making sure that your pentacles are right, that your money's right, that you're saving, that you're investing, that you're doing, you know, that you are being like the emperor, that you're focused. Yeah. And then we have spontaneity. See, I like that. So, see, there's a balance between the practicality, making sure bills and finances and stuff are sorted out, but also your spiritual, your emotional well-being. You know, those things are necessary too, to have fun, adventure, do things that are outside of the box, meet people that you haven't seen in a while, have different types of conversations, you know, switch it up a bit. So I quite like that. So you've got spontaneity. You move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. Okay, so that's spontaneity. All right, so that's lovely. So you move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. So yes, guys, you're going to be embracing new situations, taking actions towards showing who you really are, healing, and that's just beautiful to actually see. So let's get into, in closing, let's get into some, so I want to get into some quick advice. Just to round it up, I want to go through my animal spirit deck, see what energy, see what animal spirit energy will be supporting you moving forward. And last but not least, some affirmations for you to move through the month of June, just so you can refer back to them, recite them. Okay, so here is some advice to move through June, you lovely Capricorns. You guys have been enjoying the sun and at least trying to get some fresh air. For some of you, you have not been out in a while. And if there was no need to go out, you probably wouldn't. And then for some of you, you are itching to go out. But a word of caution, don't run back to the ex, who we know is messing with your energy still. So let's be spontaneous and do things outside of our remit. Let's look at the bigger picture. Okay, step out of our comfort zone, do things that are different, and contemplate the reasons why we are doing the things that we are doing, so we can facilitate this growth and expansion and healing that is present within your region. Okay, so that's lovely. So okay, so in closing, we are going into your advice from the animal spirit deck. I completely love this deck. So it just shows you all the animals and the spirit energy of them and how it can help you moving forward. Okay, so the first energy is cat spirit. Claim your independence. I love that. Claim your independence. Okay, so for some of you, there's a definitely need to step away from the usual way you do things. Maybe you enjoy having many confidants to discuss what you think you should do. For some of you, this is moving away from that ex, and maybe they hold the purse strings. Maybe their angst around finances, that maybe that if you do cut off this person, maybe you'll be cutting off a resource that you may need in the future. But you have daughter value here, all on your own merit, because divine's here blessing you with that, especially if you move in that emperor energy. Yeah, when you're organized and focused and you're prioritizing things and saving for a rainy day as well, investments and such of that nature. And then we have porcupine spirit, time for the beginner mind. Time for beginner mind. So this is about starting again. The porcupine spirit, time for beginner mind. Time for beginner mind. That means getting rid of all of the old ways you did things, the old ways that you see things. This is like the tower almost. Getting rid of the old and coming in with the new. Coming with a brand new song, brand new way of seeing things. For some of you, this is a brand new wardrobe. This is a brand new regime in fitness and health. For some of you, this is juicing. For some of you, this is for some of you who have already cut off those people, places and things that are not serving you. And you have been coming from a beginner state of mind. You haven't been bringing the old energy into the new energy. And that's what is required to move forward and to get a different outcome moving forward. You can't come in with the same energy and do the exact same thing and expect a different outcome. Okay, and then we have spider spirit. Make your dreams real. Okay, so this is again, like we were saying, about taking action, showing the world who you are and what you have to offer. And this is definitely around making your dreams real. Okay, putting the effort in, and we have made the effort here. Okay, so for some of you, the dream is this relationship. And for some of you, this is career. This is the business that you always wanted to have. And now they're saying make the effort, because you've got the backing of spirit here and divine here for your assistance, and we've got daughter value coming in. So maybe you moving forward with your dreams is what opens the floodgate to this daughter value and all this money coming in. Because let's show you this card again with all this. That's all money coming through that door value there. Okay, and then we have koi fish spirit. There is always enough. Okay, so you're going to come to a state where there's no need to worry about lack, poverty consciousness, that dog eat dog. There's no need to fight. There's more than enough to go around. There's enough. Okay, and this is about being grateful as well. There's always enough. Being grateful for what you have now will help you have more in the future. Okay, and then we have a seahorse spirit, watch and wait. So this is about patience. This is about faith. This is watching what's going on around and waiting for the conclusion. And this speaks very true to this pandemic right now, having faith that all will be well in time. Things will come back to some type of new normal. But yeah, we're to just watch what's happening, not to be frightened or panicked nor dismayed, but to sit back, watch what's happening and wait for the dust to settle so that we can get back to some type of normalcy. Yeah, and wait for the conclusion of, you know, what our society is going to look like. But in that meantime, being not fearful. It's about having faith. Yeah, and for some of you, like I was saying, there's a nervousness around leaving the house, meeting other people. Make sure that you are sticking to the guidelines of wherever that you wherever you reside. But definitely find the strength and the faith required just to go out and get some fresh air. Enjoy the sun and the breeze. Okay. Get that vitamin D, get that boost. Okay, we all could do with it. Okay, so we're just going to go into the affirmations in closing. Okay. Can I get some affirmations? Oh, geez, that's far too many. I can't be giving you all of those affirmations. We'll be here all night. Like half of the deck just spat out. So it's letting me know, and I've just heard there is quite a few areas that need attention, and that's okay. We all have many different areas of attention, and we are constantly growing, no matter how old or young we are. There is always more to learn. There is no destination with knowledge and wisdom. It just keeps growing. That's the hope. Okay. And that we keep expanding and healing. Oh, wow. This is the second time many cards. Wow. Okay. Right. So these are the affirmations moving forward for you Capricorns to get through June and moving forward. Okay. So the first one is, I am beautiful inside and out. I am beautiful inside and out. I am beautiful inside and out. And affirm that to yourself, guys. Life is a journey. Travel at your own pace. Life is a journey. Travel at your own pace. Or you can make it more personal to you. Life is a journey. I travel it at my own pace. You can adapt it for your own, for your sake, for your for purposes of affirming it in that way, if it feels weird to say it like the third person. But life is a journey. Travel at your own pace. Yeah, and this is just like instructions or advice, in fact. Travel at your own pace. There's no need to do things at the same rate as anybody else or try to catch up or to slow down to meet somebody else's energy. You continue to do you. And then we have, I choose to say no. I choose to say no. I choose to say no to the negative thoughts and feelings. I choose to say no to low vibrational people. I choose to say no to not loving myself, not allowing myself to be the best version. I say no to bullying. I say no to, yeah, anything that is not serving you, we say no to, and we cut it away. And last but not least, I am grateful for everything in my life today. I am grateful for everything in my life today. I am grateful for everything in my life today. And it goes back to what I was saying before. The more you are grateful for what you have, the more likely you are to have more situations and energies of the same frequency. Okay, so have an attitude of gratitude and you will receive so much more. So my lovely, lovely Capricorns, this has been your reading for June 2020, and I will see you guys soon. Blessings. Please like, share, and subscribe, and all the information is down in the description box for your personal readings. Contact me, all the information is down below, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Probably see me in the probably going to do a mid-month reading in June for the collective. So look out for that and any daily affirmations that I may be putting up through this time. So guys, blessings and have yourself a lovely, lovely day. Take care. Blessings.